Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The honorable adjudicator, timekeeper, and my beloved opponents, I'm Muhammad Zaid Al-Fajr Meka from the Senior High School 1 Soreang as the first speaker would like to deliver my arguments for the motion today. That this house would abolish primary and middle school years that group children based on age and instead group them by competency and intelligence. And now I will focus on how all the positive possibilities that will happen in Indonesia, including socially. And let's go to the whole definition here. Primary school is an educational stage for children in the ages of 7 until 12, and middle school is an educational stage for children in the ages of 13 until 15. And group children based on age in primary and middle school means that we place the student based on the age following the requirement and the system that exists now. And I totally agree with the motion today. And I'm going to deliver my arguments by all the possibilities that will happen in Indonesia, including socially way. And I believe that group children based on their competency and intelligence than age can give positive possibilities to help the education of Indonesia. And in a socially way too. There are some points that I wrote here about the positive possibilities. Indonesia can reach the golden age of education because they can group students based on their competency and intelligence, which means the students can be related to each other. And of course, they can share their worth ideas and even have a good competency because they are in the same level of intelligence. And by that, we can take the evidence by following the national figure in Indonesia, such as B.J. Habibie, Raden Saleh, Kid Hajar Dewantara, and Muhammad Hatta. They probably not in the school where probably they probably not in a school where the school grouping people as the intelligence and their achievements and their competency, but all the schools that they from all the schools that they join, there are they are some students with highly highly intelligence, like some school that they joined that they joined they had some students that can bring the impact to the education from for their country, like of course B.J. Habibie. He was one of the one of he was one of the students from the school that outside Indonesia that they are some students with highly potential and high quality students that will give the impact to their country. But and of course from that we can conclude that by grouping people in school based on their achievement and their competency, it can lead us to the golden age of education in Indonesia. It can be a positive impact to Indonesia. It can be a great it can bring back the great education in Indonesia, such like a long time ago. And of course by that we can easily find some highly quality students based on their class, based on their groups. We can easily find how we can easily find an educational figure for the future, like from the class with a highly potentially. And then from the socially, it will abolish one of the negative things that's still happening until now. It is seniority, where they group people by their age and they will discriminate some students that under their age, and it will lead us to the bullying. Which is really bad for our country because as we know that seniority is still happening in Indonesia, and they will always discriminate people in their young age by bullying them and then by harass them and other negative things. We have to abolish this. We have to remove this for our educational purpose, for our educational thing. So by that we will always we will be safe. We will be safer than before and socially. Uh, so from that we will so from that seniority can be abolished for the purpose to remove bullying in Indonesia. And then the teacher can be more understand fitting in the group that based on intelligence and competition, because as we know that some teachers still hard to fit and understand in a class or group that based on age, and of course it's hard to find the class where they can be understand that they can be understand and they will fit how the teacher taught them or teach them. And yeah, how the way and yeah but if based on intelligence and competency, they will know how the teacher will teach, how the way they deliver, or how the teacher will deliver the lessons, and the students will have the same way to understand the lessons or the material. And of course intelligence and competency will add us to the achievements, so by grouping them it will be a good thing to for them to reach their achievement. So it will bring the highly educational students from Indonesia. Like imagine Indonesia be the one of the country, be the greatest country with the educational greatest educational student. Indonesia can have a have a really good uh, have a really good, like we called sumber daya manusia, really good sumber daya manusia. So yeah, from that we know that we can bring back the golden age of education in Indonesia. We can let the students to the great achievements that they can achieve, and the teacher can be more understand fitting in the group that based on intelligence and competency, so the students will understand the teacher and the teacher will understand the students, so it will be the positive things. And of course socially we will abolish one of the negative things that's still happening until now. It is seniority. And yeah, of course we can remove the bullying in Indonesia by abolish the seniority based on the age. So that's all from me. I hope by my arguments it can lead Indonesia to the golden age of education. It will lead Indonesia to be the greatest country with a high education, and of course, it will lead us to the Indonesia with the high sumber daya manusia. And of course by that wait okay, and of course that's all from me. Thank you and thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.